You can see some weird things when you're tired.
How is it going today, Loyalist Kingdom? My name is Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're doing Jazz. Today we have Try Not to Get Scared, 14 horror stories, animated compilation 2015. You guys really, part 4.
Part 4.
You guys really been loving these, and we love like doing them because some of them were really scary. Really good stories.
Some of the victims are really stupid. Like,
yeah.
As far as like you hiding, you not trying to get a weapon. Like, so what if they find you?
Some people are not thinking.
You're just, you know.
Some people are not thinking. But you guys can also check out my art space. You check the channel out and Mr. Nightmare because he's the one that's narrating. Let's dive on in.
You can see some weird things when you're tired. You're tired. But the thing about this story, I wasn't tired. Me and the family were on vacation to some resort in a very rural area of Pennsylvania to make the setting creepier. There weren't many young people there for me and my brothers to hang out with. It seemed like more of an adult resort.
Not fun.
But then one day when I was walking outside of the main lodge of the resort, I, for some reason, looked up to a window on the second floor and saw a teenage girl looking down at me. From that distance, she looked kind of cute, so I gave her a wave. But she didn't show any sign of reaction, so I just moved on. However, later that same day, I was so bored that I was sitting on the swing set at the little playground of the resort, and that's when I saw the same girl again. She was a little ways away from me, down past the playground, close to the tree line, and she was just standing there, staring at me. Being a teenage guy, my hormones controlled my body, and so I got off the swing and began walking over to her.
Shout out to her.
As I started getting closer to her, I realized she wasn't as cute as I thought she was. There was something about her face that just gave off a creepy vibe. I can't put my finger on it.
Still going though.
But if I had to say, I think it would have to do with her eyes and her mouth. I'd say once I got about halfway over to her, she turned around completely and ran into the woods. And I mean she full on ran into the woods.
Wow.
I stopped in my tracks, completely turned off. This girl seemed like a freaky stalker. I didn't see her the rest of our stay at the resort. During the car ride home, miles and miles away from the resort, I was thinking about her. How maybe if I followed her into the woods, I could have gotten laid. Even though there was something off about her face.
Bruh.
But then what I saw next made me feel like my heart dropped into my stomach.
That is sad.
Looking down ahead, I saw the same girl standing by the tree line on the side of the highway.
What?
As we sped past her, I saw her head turn so that she was always looking right at me, even through the tinted minivan windows. I asked my parents if they saw her, and they just responded, "Saw who?" Soon afterwards, I accepted that it was all in my head.
Oh my God, no.
And that the girl was never even there.
Oh, she's there.
Yeah, she's there.
She's there. Oh, that was it for that one?
Yeah.
Man, he was too. He got to control.
I'm glad he didn't. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't go in that forest, boy. He might have.
About some. Yeah, there's something wrong with her face.
About half a mile away from my old house that I would commonly go fishing in. It was nicknamed Daryl's Pond. I still have no idea who Daryl was or why it was called that, but nobody owned it, so people would once in a blue moon go fishing there as well. It was usually me by myself, though. I had dug a pole into the ground where I would tie a noose to and from my small kayak.
Smart.
I'd say it was about 3 in the afternoon when I rowed out to the middle of the pond, the sweet spot for getting a decent catch. There was another person coming out from the trees. I waved at him and gave him a smile. He hopped into a small boat floating by the edge of the pond and began to row over to me. As he got close enough where trying to speak to him wouldn't come off as obnoxious, I gave him a friendly, "Perfect day, isn't it?" "Yes, absolutely," he said. He didn't say anything after that, and it started to feel a bit awkward, as if I were obligated to keep some kind of conversation rolling now.
Okay.
"So, you come out here to throw some lines?" I asked. "No, I don't actually fish." "Oh.
So what you doing?"
"Well, it's never a bad day to relax on the pond," I said.
No.
He continued to row closer to me until his boat collided with mine, creating a big thud. I was genuinely uncomfortable now. I didn't feel threatened, just weirded out.
Nah,
get out of there.
I was only 24 years old. This guy looked like he was late 40s or 50s.
No.
There was an awkward silence. I tried to just act like I was focused on trying to make a catch, but by now that wasn't even on my mind. This guy was weird. I didn't know what he wanted.
I'm getting the hell out of there.
Yes.
Being so close to him. I felt him looking at me, or at least in my direction, as I faced halfway to the opposite direction of him. I took a quick glance to my right. Yeah, he was staring at me.
Dude,
I
no.
decided to be ballsy and lock eye contact with him.
Ooh.
Like, what you looking
After
at?
about 4 seconds, he looked away. So, where are you from? I asked him. Up there. He pointed behind himself, in the direction of the woodsy hill leading past the dirt road.
Right?
Oh, you live by Suffolk? I asked. No, I'm not, he said. What made you decide to come out here? I said. Why not? I continued to try
Why
and
be next to
uncomfortably
me?
fill the awkward silences that kept coming up. His responses were dry. He didn't contribute anything to what was barely a conversation. He just sat there not doing anything with half a smile on his face,
Dude, I'm about
looking
to
either
tase
at
you.
me or in my general direction throughout. I was creeped out. My heart was racing at this point. I'd go as far as saying that I was nervous for my life. We were surrounded by trees in all directions in the middle of the pond. I started to row a bit closer to land, but in a very low-key kind of way, trying to play it off as
Yeah,
we were
like,
just trying
I'm
to
just
find a better
going.
spot to find some fish. I was horrified when I
followed
saw
you.
he was following me.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What a great day, huh? I felt a shake in my voice. I got close enough to the edge of the pond where I finally told the man, I think I'm going to call it a day. I
No.
turned to see his reaction. He was still staring at me, but his smile was gone now. I can't let you leave, he said. He lifted his flannel to expose a handgun sticking out of his jeans
Oh,
pocket.
God.
Oh,
As soon as I could process what I was looking at, I dove out of the boat for land, ran the whole half-mile uphill through the woods back to my house, and locked every door and window as soon as I made it home. I pulled down the blinds to the dining room window, leaving it open just a crack for peeking outside undetected. It started to get dark out, and I left every light in the house off, still peeking out to the front yard, making sure I wasn't followed. The time came when I finally decided I wasn't followed. I realize now, like you, that not calling the police immediately was a
Thank
huge
you.
mistake.
Thank you.
I kept my bedroom windows open to let the room air out.
No.
My bedroom was on the second floor,
He
so I
gonna
wasn't
come right
worried
through that
about
window.
being watched through the window. About half an hour after shutting the light and falling under the covers, I heard the sound of leaves crunching from outside. I sat up to hear it more clearly. It was definitely something walking around out there. Normally I would assume it was a deer or a bear, but after what just happened, I was still in
You
paranoia
need to
mode.
call the police.
I
Right.
sat up as still as a statue, except for my shaking out of fear, waiting as the sounds of the steps stopped. Hey buddy, you up there? Are you trying to sleep? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I felt like 100 pounds just
What?
fell directly onto my chest.
Oh, no.
Most polite killer I know.
I knew it right away.
You awake, buddy?
I didn't make a sound. I crept out of the room, quietly downstairs to the kitchen, and grabbed the phone, practically crawling on my way out to avoid being seen through the open blinds. I called 911 like I should have earlier, in
Yes.
the temporary safety of my bedroom. I made sure to whisper into the phone, as I was still hoping that he hadn't yet heard or spotted me. 20 minutes felt like an hour as I sat behind my bed, waiting for the police to arrive
my
in constant fear that I would hear glass breaking from downstairs, or a thud on the back door, or even just a voice again from down below my window outside. The police did a thorough investigation of the property in nearby woods,
And didn't find
turning
him.
up nothing. They suggested I stay with a friend or a family member for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did. I never heard from or saw the man again, but I still moved a month later. I couldn't
He's
deal
like, "I
with the
gotta go."
constant fear and paranoia of being watched through my windows. I
It's
feel
like, I
much
have
more
to go
comfortable
now.
fishing out by the bay now.
What's that?
It was just something to make you scared, Jasmine.
Oh.
This is why we started reactions right here. Because of stuff like that. Woo!
The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest. her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream, but as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open.
Oh,
Oh, these are 2 sentences.
Oh,
Growing up
no.
with cats and dogs,
Oh,
I got
man.
used to the sound of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it's much more unsettling.
Oh, no. These are the 2 sentences.
Yeah.
I begin tucking him into bed and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters."
Oh, yeah, I
under my
remember that.
bed."
I remember that, yeah.
I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me.
That was a
quivering
scary
and
one.
whispering,
That was very scary.
"Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
No.
I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face.
Oh.
Until one day when I realized that she was always looking just behind me.
Oh. Who's that, Santa?
Whoa. Whoa. Merry Christmas. So this was old.
Okay.
She still got like 4 minutes left. I wonder what's
I think
the
it's
next
just
story.
credits.
I think it's just no. Easter
Oh.
eggs of 2015. The Craigslist horror story. Ooh. Don't use Craigslist.
Don't use it.
Oh, wait, is
No,
this the
this-
first story?
yeah, this
Oh
is
yeah. Oh,
credits,
he's just
like
getting
I
credits.
said.
Yep. Those was pretty good. I always enjoy. This is the reason why we started reactions, because Jasmine's reactions like that. You know, when she gets scared and stuff like that.
Look. You get scared too, though.
I get scared when jump scares are made to make you jump. Like when we
Yeah,
was
so
playing
that's
Outlast.
scared.
So if you like us getting scared, which you probably will be, like when we are on One Gaming, once we get our own place and that launches, then we're gonna play a lot of horror games, and we're gonna play a lot of 1v1s against you, like Injustice 2. We're gonna play each other.
I want
Mortal
to
Kombat,
get
you know.
VR and play like what is
Resident
it?
Evil?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to play that because I get super scared.
So if you enjoy us reacting, then you'll enjoy us. It's a form of reacting to video games, scary video games. So pretty much on that channel, we'll just be playing horror games, pretty
Right.
much, you know.
But it was the one that was creepy was the guy in the lake. Cause I'm like, you just sitting there staring at me, bro. Like you just sitting there. Like I'm not that nice. I'm nice, but
I'm
like
not that
I'm
nice.
not that nice. Like when you like just staring at me for no reason, I would have been like, okay, so what's up? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like and then you give me like a one-worded answer. It's like I'll be like, where you from? Over there. So what made you fish? I don't fish. What you doing? Like what you doing?
You think I could just let you go?
And
I
then- I would have had my taser. Like you want to go? Let's go. Let's see which
This
one
is
we
water.
switch. Okay, we in water. And
Yeah.
if you fall out and I tase you, that's you.
Yep. Yeah.
So
That's why I got it for you. But anyway, guys, please comment below. Tell us what you think.
don't forget to like,
Subscribe.
and
It's
share.
just more, guys.
This
Deuces.
is